Hey guys, it's Dave and welcome back to Book Focus, the destination for fascinating book reviews and discussions. Today, we are diving into a literary detective showdown. Two of the most iconic detectives who have captivated readers for decades. Yes, it's Sherlock Holmes versus Hercule Poirot. We will be exploring their differences, strengths, quirks, and how they solve their cases in truly unique ways. Stick around because we will ask you to decide which of them is the greatest detective. Let's dive in. Let us start with a quick introduction. Sherlock Holmes, created by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, is a sharp-witted detective with a knack for logical deduction. He operates in the foggy streets of London, smoking his pipe and always two steps ahead of criminals. On the other hand, we have Hercule Poirot, the brainchild of Agatha Christie, known for his impeccable style, meticulous methods, and of course, his little grey cells. He works through the twists and turns of his cases with precision, usually operating within the glamorous setting of Europe. Now that we know who they are, let's dive into how they approach their cases. Sherlock Holmes is the master of observations. He spots clues that everyone else misses. The mud on a shoe, or the scent of tobacco, or even the way someone ties their laces. His method? Pure logic. Sherlock Holmes puts together these tiny details to get the bigger picture. If something is out of place, Holmes will find it. Poirot, on the other hand, believes in understanding the mind. He solves crimes by getting into the psychology of his suspects. His strength? The ability to read people. His greatest asset is his sharp insight on human nature, often making conclusions on subtle behavior or the emotional clues that others overlook. So, where Holmes would deduce that a man was in the garden with the dirt of his boots, Poirot would ask, why was he in the garden in the first place? Their styles may differ, but they always get the job done. Now, let's look at some of their most famous cases. For Sherlock Holmes, the Hound of the Baskervilles is arguably his most iconic. The eerie moors, the spectral hound, and a noble family curse. Holmes has to navigate through layers of superstition to uncover the truth. In this case, his powers of deduction are on full display as he uses cold, hard facts to debunk what seems like a supernatural mystery. Meanwhile, Poirot shines on the murder on the Orient Express. This case has twists and turns that will leave you guessing till the very end. But Poirot's method of solving this case? It's all about the psychology. Why each suspect has a motive and how the murder was intricately planned. Poirot discovers not only the who but also the why behind this murder, making his resolution thrilling and unexpected. Now, which style do you prefer? Holmes' sharp-eyed analysis or Poirot's insightful probing? Let me know in the comments below. Now, we can't talk about these two without mentioning their quirks. Sherlock Holmes is known for his eccentricity. He can be a bit cold, calculating, and distant. He sometimes gets lost in his own thoughts for days. He is also a master of disguise, which he uses to his advantage when solving cases. Let's not forget his love for playing the violin or his tendency to experiment on himself in the name of science. Poirot, in contrast, is a perfectionist. He is obsessed with order, symmetry, and cleanliness. I mean, just look at his perfectly waxed moustache. Also, while Sherlock Holmes might let his room be a chaotic mess, Poirot insists that everything be just so. But don't be fooled, behind that meticulous appearance is a razor-sharp mind. Both characters are incredibly unique, but which one's quirks resonate with you more? The bohemian, chaotic genius of Holmes or the orderly and fastidious Poirot? Let me know in the comments below. Every great detective needs a loyal sidekick, and these two are no exception. Sherlock Holmes has Dr. John Watson, who serves both as friend and a chronicler. He is not just there for comic relief. He represents the everyman, the reader, standing in awe of Sherlock's brilliance while occasionally questioning his methods. Poirot's trusty companion is Captain Hastings, who is somewhat similar to Watson. Hastings is often a narrator of Poirot's cases and provides a grounding presence. However, while Watson is an active participant in Holmes' investigation, Hastings often plays the role of an innocent observer, relying heavily on Poirot's abilities. Both Watson and Hastings add art to the story, and give us a window into the minds of these genius detectives. So, who is the better detective? It's not an easy question to answer. Holmes has his raw intelligence, keen observation, and the mastery of logical deduction. Meanwhile, Poirot has the understanding of human nature, psychology, and the art of interrogation. They both have their methods, strengths, and their quirks, which is why they stood the test of time. But ultimately, the answer may depend on what kind of mystery you prefer. If you love the thrill of hard facts and sharp deductions, then Sherlock Holmes is your guy. But if you enjoy psychological puzzles with deep character analysis, then Hercule Poirot is your man. Thanks for tuning in, Book Focus fam. Are you Team Poirot or Team Sherlock? Let me know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more book reviews and discussions. Until next time, happy reading!